heart, which is a slave to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is different. And knowledge starts there. This is the importance of Tasawwuf. It's not an exaggeration to say that without Tasawwuf, people become monkeys. They devolve. They don't evolve. Because without knowing of who you are, before understanding of your Lord, you cannot live in this world. And this is why the expression such as what Shaykh Darqawi used to say, that most people are dead. They are walking dead, zombies. They are walking dead. I mean, really, this is what Shaykh Darqawi wrote about the zombies already, 150 years ago. He predicted this society will become a society of zombies, thinking they are free and they are more controlled than ever. And it scares, because, you know, I have my sons in schools too. And they know very little about this affair. The matters of Tasawwuf are not things that you learn in books. You can learn mathematics in a book, although you will be better with a teacher. But Tasawwuf, you need it, definitely you need a teacher. Because this transmission is a transmission of the eye. They say eye to eye. You learn from the Shaykh eye to eye. And this has gone on and on and on and on. It consists of going through a path, and it has lamps that illuminate this path. One of them is Tawakal. And Tawakal is the thing I wanted to talk to you about today. Tawakal as a light. Tawakal is such an important affair that to know about it, it will melt you down several times over. It's a big, big thing. Tawakal means reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Reliance. Another translation is the abandonment of the management of the affairs. It's a wonderful expression, I love it enormously. The abandonment of the management of the affairs. The abandonment of the management of the affairs. I mean, am I not supposed to be in charge of my affairs? The abandonment of the management of the affairs. I mean, the people who do not know about these matters, they will think what you are doing is to go through the streets rolling crazy. No, the abandonment of the management of the affairs is the beginning of the management of the affairs. It's the beginning of becoming aware. Tawakal is immense. Immense. But there is no one of you who will know about this matter if you have not tested. And each one of you have tested it. Surely, it's impossible. See, Sufism, what it will do is that in those experiences that take place within you, it will give you extra benefit, because you will learn what has happened to you. But it's something you have to do. To learn about Tawakal, you have to do it. I was 22 years old when I made a big jump in these matters. I knew about it. I have heard about the abandonment of the management of the affairs. I have sat down in circles like yours, like this one, and I have heard it, and it have gone into me. But the time came where I had to be tested. It was years later, then something else happened to me. By then must be already the year 1995. So we were in Scotland. And we had made several attempts to mint the first gold dinar. And it just didn't work. We couldn't get the supply, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that. Months have passed by and we couldn't have the coins. So one day I decided enough is enough. I have to go and do it. But I mean, I was a man of no possessions, but I had enough to buy one ticket to Dubai. So I decided to buy the ticket and go. Now when I went, I had no money to mint the coin. Nothing as well. So I mean, I was not bound by reason. I was moving by the heart. But I knew nothing of what was going to come. Just out when I left that morning, I had to go to Aberdeen because I bought a very cheap flight. I had to leave from Aberdeen, Amsterdam, and then Dubai. So the journey from Inverness to Aberdeen is 2 hours train. So I got in the morning, I got my bag, I got the ticket, I put it in my thing, and I slept in the train. When I arrived in Aberdeen, just to catch the plane, I went to the airport. I arrived to the airport and I went to pick up my tickets, and I suddenly, instead of the ticket, I found my optical description, the eye test. It was the same envelope. I had put it just together with the other one, probably on top of it. So when I left in the morning, I just picked up the wrong envelope, not the ticket, but this one. Rationally, I would have gone back. No, because there was not a chance. And there was no electronic tickets in those days. And I was there in the airport, and I calibrating I should go back. So that means not a chance. And then I said to myself, no, but I'm going fi sabilillah. I'm going for Allah. And I remembered what Hajj Abdul Aziz did. Now Hajj Abdul Aziz was called. The Sheikh was in London. He said, I need you here. And Hajj Abdul Aziz didn't have any money. So he said, well, if I have any chance to get a plane, I have to go to the airport. So he went to the airport without any money or ticket. At least I had a ticket. He didn't have a ticket. He went to the airport because this is where the planes leave. Now, that's reason too, isn't it? I mean, it wasn't completely irrational. Yeah, the fact that he didn't have a ticket, well, I mean, that's another secondary matter. He went there and he found one of those tickets, round the world ticket. And there was one, obviously somebody had done the whole thing, and but there was one thing left. And he said, well, will I be able to use it? He thought. And he went to the counter and he said, can I use this? I said, yeah, just fill your name. And he filled the name and he got a ticket to London. Now, of those stories, I mean, I don't care about anything, but the thing that hallucinates me is he being sitting down somewhere he was in America, so I don't know where they were. I think they were in California at the time. He was in Los Angeles. He receives the phone call and he goes to the airport. I mean, what kind of madness goes into your brain? Normally, everybody goes to the bank, goes to this, goes to a friend. No, he goes to the planes. It's amazing. So anyway, I had that in mind, and I said I have to do something about it. So you know what I did? I went to the queue. If I want to have any chance of getting in, I have to go to the queue. So I went to the queue, and I arrived, and you know, everybody was presented a ticket. And when my turn arrived, they said, "Your ticket?" I don't have a ticket. And the lady told me, "So what do you want?" Well, maybe I had a ticket, but I don't have it here with me. And what do you want me to do? You know. They'll have the ticket, that's it. So I said, yeah, it's true. And I left. What can I do? And then I gathered myself again and I said, Allah, I'm going for you, help me. And I went back to the queue. And then there was a little bit less number of people. So, and I just went, and the lady saw me and they started smiling. I said, I mean, you cannot possibly be here again. And I arrived and I said, I want to go into this plane. But you don't have a ticket. I know, but I had a ticket. And I mean, there was thing. Probably they thought this is so comic and so absurd and so bizarre that they took pity on me. And the supervisor came and said, "What's going on?" He said, "This guy, he doesn't have a ticket." But he said he has one, but he doesn't have a ticket. He said, "We cannot issue a ticket for you. I'm sorry. You don't have to sleep." That's it. He said, "I know." I said, I tried to call my company, but it's Sunday. It was a Sunday, and it's closed. I said, "Which company it is?" And they told me this one. Oh, I think they have an office in London. Why didn't you call there? I said, "Please, yes, call." And I called, and there was somebody, and they never issue tickets, never, ever. But somehow the guy, on Sunday, it was the manager of the company, and never. But they did. He asked me, "Do you really have the ticket?" I said, I promise I do." They really, okay, I'm going to issue the ticket for you. And they issued me the ticket. And boom, I went through. But at that point, they said, the lady told me, "Yeah, you got the ticket, but I'm afraid the plane has left." With all these things, the 10 half past, the whole thing. And honestly, at that point, there was a ting, tang, tang, tang. The flight, it has 10 minutes delay. The lady tells me, "Don't take your luggage directly into the plane, just rush." And I just rushed to. And boom, I was in the plane. From that moment of saying this to that, it had passed like 10 minutes. And I said, "Thank you, Allah. I do this journey for you and nothing but to you. This journey is my journey of Tawakal." That's what I said to myself. And then I went.